Hey guys, as you can see, our setting is different now. We are at our daughter's in Houston for the holidays, and so I jumped on the computer last night about 2 o'clock. Well, it's actually about 2 o'clock this morning, and saw that Mandy from Honey Bee, the channel Honey Bee, had tagged Clay and I to do the Christmas tag. Well, Clay kind of thought this was a girly video, so he didn't want to participate. So they're off doing, they wanted to go see some sights here. And our daughter and son-in-law have gone over to have Christmas lunch with his parents. So I'm going to do this tag right quick. I don't know if this is kind of pushing it to be a little bit late, but I thought I would go ahead and do it today and just go ahead and post it today, because there's a few people I would like to tag too, and I want them to have a chance to do it today if they want to. And I don't see that it would be bad to do it later. I mean, because I think it's interesting to know the answers to these questions no matter what time of year it is. But anyway, let's get started. And this is the Christmas tag. I've written down all the questions that Mandy used in her video. I actually Googled this and there were some other questions, but I'm going to use the questions that Mandy did in hers. So here we go. The first question is, do I have a favorite Christmas movie? I'm not really a TV person. I don't watch TV, but when I was growing up and when my kids were growing up, you knew that when Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, when those two shows came on TV, it was like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting, Christmas is here. So those would probably be my favorites, because that marked the start of the season and just got the kids excited and stuff. So, okay, that was my favorite movie. Number 2, what is the best Christmas gift you have ever received? For me, that would have to be back a gazillion years ago when we first got married. We didn't have a whole lot of money, and I knew it was, it's going to be hard coming up with good presents for each other that meant something. And I know to a lot of people this would have been like, oh my God, that's a stupid present, or I didn't, you wouldn't appreciate it. Anyway, my iron had broken, my clothes iron, and I love to iron. It's like therapy. I love to iron. And my iron had broken, and we didn't have a whole lot of money, like I said. But so for Christmas that year, my husband gave me a new iron and 2 rugs for my kitchen, which to me that was huge, because we didn't really have the money for extras at that time. So the fact that he remembered that my iron was broken and he bought me a new one, and then he bought me 2 like decorative things for the house was really cool. That was, to me, because when you don't have a lot and then somebody gives you all that they have, that's awesome. I've gotten much more expensive things in the years past, but to me that still means the most, because it just means the most, because we didn't have much and he gave me all he had. So anyway, moving on. Question number 3, do you have an advent calendar? No, and I'd actually never heard of an advent calendar until a few years ago when I started watching YouTube and seeing people from the UK talking about advent calendars. And I've never done one. I've never owned one, but and I meant to get one this year and I forgot, but hopefully next year I'll remember to get one. Okay, number 4, do you have any Christmas traditions? Yes, we do have some Christmas traditions. I'd always do what is called Martha Washington candy. I've made these every Christmas since I was about 18 years old. Every single Christmas. This is just like my signature little dessert. Y'all, these, I'm not going to eat one because, I'm trying to diet and these are terrible. But it's like a bonbon. Oh, those are fabulous. Also, I got this every year growing up. My husband said he got this every year growing up. And I made sure my kids had it every year growing up. And it's a book of lifesavers. I don't know if y'all, if anybody else does this. I'm sure you do, because these are out every year. And it's just a whole bunch of packages of lifesavers in this little book. So those are things that we definitely do. I also do a ton of Christmas trees in my house every year, just because I love that. And being together, I told my kids another thing when they were growing up, and partly because we didn't have a whole lot of money, but partly because I wanted it to mean something to them, is that they had to choose 3 things. They could only get 3 things for Christmas. Now I would buy them clothes and stuff like that didn't count toward their 3 gifts, but they had to choose 3 things that meant something to them for their gifts. And so they would, like back in those days, we would get like the Sears, or I don't even remember what the book was. It was like a catalog, and they would go through there circling what they wanted. Then they go, no, I want this. No, I want this. So I had to really make them put some thought into the 3 things that they wanted to ask for. So that was a tradition. And I guess off the top of my head, that's all I can really think of. So next question is, what do you have for Christmas dinner? Now, growing up, we always did turkey and dressing. That you just had that turkey dressing, English pea salad, candied yams, stuff like that. Every year. But since I've become an adult and like we're in charge of what we say we have, we do the turkey and dressing at Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas we change it up and do something different. You know, sometimes we do seafood. This year we actually did barbecue, and it was so good. Yeah, so we just do different stuff. We don't stick with the traditional turkey and dressing. We save that for Thanksgiving. So, question number 6. What happens for you on Christmas Day? It depends what happens on Christmas Day. Like this year we came out to our daughters, and it's hard when you have to split your time between families. And so her in-laws have like a church service on Christmas Eve. So they are busy doing that. So that's when we have our Christmas with the kids is on Christmas Eve, so that she can go and be with her in-laws on Christmas Day. Uh-oh, the camera kind of went crazy. Hello. What happened to the lighting? Hello. Stop doing that. Hello. You gonna focus? Okay. There you go. I had to calm the camera down. But anyway, that's what we do. It just depends on, you know, like if we're in town or out of town and what we're doing. But we do split the holidays so that our kids can, you know, spend time with their in-laws and stuff and not feel like they're you know, neglecting anybody. So we're easy. We don't mind. We'll celebrate either day. It doesn't matter. But when I was growing up, we always we didn't open our presents on Christmas Eve. We always opened them on Christmas morning, and that was when we had a big dinner. But yeah, we're easier now. We don't hold to that schedule. Okay. Number 7, when do you get in the Christmas spirit? I never leave out of it. No, not really. For me, literally, Thanksgiving Day is the day I go, okay, when everything's, you know, said and done and we've eaten and the kitchen has been cleaned, I get my husband to start dragging all my tubs down out of the attic, because, I mean, I'm like Christmas mode 100%. Thanksgiving Day, that evening, that's when I start. Okay, number 8. Favorite Christmas music. I like traditional Christmas music. Some of the newer I don't like, but I'll tell you who I absolutely adore, and that is some Aaron Neville. Oh, I love me some Aaron Neville Christmas. Yes, I do. Okay, number 9, real or plastic tree. I have plastic trees, all fake trees now, just because I do so many. I don't want to have to go out and buy that many real ones, and I don't, you know, you can't store them or anything. And so I do fake trees. But question number 10 is any funny memories. So this is going to kind of play into my question number 9 about the real or the plastic tree. I one year decided to have a real tree. I'd never had one before. My parents didn't do real trees, so I didn't know how to deal with a real tree. So anyway, like I said, I put mine up Thanksgiving Day evening. So the tree is like by Christmas a month old. Y'all, I didn't realize this, but the little needles had fallen out all in the carpet around the tree. So when we went in there to open presents, the kids were like, oh, those little I don't know what you'd call those little needles had fallen out of the tree, and they were poking them. So they had to open presents wearing their rubber boots. They couldn't walk around the tree because those little needles would poke them and hurt them. So that's like a funny memory to me, and that kind of plays into the real tree or the fake tree. But yeah, that is my funny memory. I'm sure there are many more, but off the top of my head, that's what I can think of. So I would like to tag Sue from The Real Brits of New York, Katie from mysonruns, Melissa and Josh from the OhRios, and Andrea from PlasmaSpeedos. I tag all y'all to do the Christmas tag if you'd like, and I would love to see your answers. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you later. I want to show y'all, this is our daughter's tree, and look, it's called a pencil tree. I love how skinny this tree is, and she's got it decorated so pretty. Next year, I'm going to buy me a pencil tree because I love this one, but it's pretty, and I just wanted to show y'all That's her tree this year, and she did a great job decorating it.